Hello and welcome to Chef D's Kitchen. On today's episode, we're going to be making some scrambled eggs. So first things first, let's get cracking. Okay, so I cracked 2 large eggs into this bowl. And this is to stop any shells or to see if the yolks have any blood in them. These 2 are great. So I'm going to warm up my pan to roughly medium low. I'm going to wait as that warms up. I'm going to grab my butter and we're going to roughly add about a tablespoon of salted butter to the pan. The pan has been on the warmer for roughly about a minute or so. I'm going to add some butter and we're going to watch the butter. The butter talks to us and tells us if the pan is ready or not, and here's how we can tell. Okay, so you hear nothing right now, it's slowly melting. For me, this pan is not hot enough yet. What I'm looking for is this kind of start where we're almost going to hear the butter start to really sizzle. That to me is the optimal pan temperature, where the butter has reached its heat and the pan is good to go for the addition of our 2 lovely eggs. Most people like to scramble their eggs beforehand. I prefer to dump them in and scramble as I cook. So now that pan is lightly sizzling. This is prime time. So I'm going to add the eggs. And I want to instantly break the yolks. And you can already see the whites developing. But I'm going to mix. And this is where I scramble my eggs together in the pan with the heat and the butter. And we're just going to continue to do small circles in and around the pan. As the pan is heating up and cooking the eggs, we're removing the cooked egg from the pan and mixing it with fresh new egg. And when we do this repeatedly in these small circles, we're going to get nice little egg curds. You can even do this like a flipping motion. Essentially, at this point, we're just slowly going through the cooking process of the eggs. We're going to reach a point where I'm going to take it off the heat, and then we're just going to use the residual heat in the pan to finish cooking the eggs. You can see they're already clumping up. They're looking nice. They're still quite wet, but they're almost there. Now I'm going to lift. Now, as you can see, there's a good blend of moisture and dryness in the egg as it cooks. And we're just going to continue to flip and rotate and let the residual heat of the pan finish the eggs. And you can see that they're still nice, fluffy, they're wet, but they're not soaking wet, and they're not too dried out. They're still edible, as I like to say. So I'm going to then transfer this to a pan, keep it off the heat. Okay, so I'm going to then transfer this to a plate, and I've still kept it off the heat. Speaking of, we'll turn off the heat. So now I'm going to transfer these eggs to a plate because they are done. You can see how nice and soft and gooey they are as they come off the spatula onto the plate. Okay, here's where I like to season. A little bit of salt, and we're going to use some fresh cracked black pepper. I have them covered. All right, our eggs are done and they're ready to try out. Just take a nice little peek at that. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah. Oh, soft, buttery, almost creamy eggs. And that's how it's done. Simple, quick, easy. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please tune in next time as we have more fun experimenting.